these are all the ingredients you're going to need in order to make Cowboy cookies. In a bowl, you're going to mix 1 3/4 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon-ish of cinnamon, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. You're going to whisk these items together and then set this bowl to the side where you can work on the other ingredients. And I say ish to the cinnamon because with cinnamon and vanilla, it's one of those when the ancestors say enough child, that's when you stop. Now, if you don't have a stand mixer like this, it is absolutely fine. You can still make this. It'll just take longer. You'll just need a spatula and a large bowl and a lot of patience. So to start off with, I am going to beat the hell out of the walnuts and set those to the side. Items that are going to be mixed in with this one is 2 cups of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, half a cup of regular sugar, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, you know we're going to use more, 2 cups of chocolate chips, or in my case, I'm using 1 cup of chocolate chips and 1 cup of vanilla chips, 2 cups of oats, 1 1/2 cup coconut, and 1 1/4 cup regular nuts. Now that can be walnuts or that can be pecans. It depends on what your preference is, but there you go. For this part of the process, you will want that butter to be room temperature. You don't want it to be really cold. You want it to be nice and malleable, but not too melted, or it'll take longer. Once it's been mixed to perfection, like this, you're going to go ahead and add your dry mix and then turn it back on. Now I just have my hands up there to make sure that it doesn't kick out the flour all over the place. I have messed up before, I've learned. And if it starts to build up like that on the sides, I'm going to use my little spatula and knock it back down before I close it back up and turn it back on. About now is when you're going to go ahead and add your oats once it starts to look like this. And then you're going to go ahead and close it back up and turn it back on. Now I would recommend cleaning as you go where you don't have a giant mess later. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut because I think it mixes way better at this point. And just going to push all that cookie goodness back down into the bottom of the bowl. Next up are the walnuts that you saw me beat with the meat tenderizer. Still works. But I like them nice and tiny, that way you get a piece of walnut with every bite. Next up is the 2 cups of chips, the chocolate chip and the vanilla chips. And again, you can just use regular chocolate chips if you prefer, but I like the change. I like things to be a little different. It doesn't all have to be the same. After it's all mixed up, you're going to remove the attachment, push all that goodies down, and then you're going to cover it and chill it for 1 hour. Now you do this that way the butter will re-solidify, and whenever you scoop out your cookies, they keep their form and you don't have a giant cookie at the end. Now you don't have to have a scooper like mine. You can just use a regular old kitchen spoon and then make the shape that you want, or you can roll it in your hands and throw it on the cookie sheet itself. But I like this because it is so much quicker. And if you don't plan on cooking these right now, you can put them in a Ziploc baggie and then keep them in the refrigerator until you're ready to cook them. I would not leave them in there for very long, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, and then cook them up. This particular batch made 57 cookies. We are still eating cookies. They are delicious, so nobody minds. If you end up making too many cookies, you can freeze those cookies and eat them when you want them. Preferably after they have thawed out, of course. Ta-da! All done.